Hey guys, welcome back as always, my name is Lazer, and as you can see, it's finally that wonderful time, it's Baro time, so we're gonna check out what he's got on PC, then we're gonna be hopping on over to console, and of course I'm gonna give you my 2 cents on this stuff. The new item, oh my, fine, more cosmetics, pretty cosmetics, I guess, if you're into that sort of thing, but here's a nice Yandana, which we already saw a million times, it's fine, displays. Hey, where are the mods and the weapons, man? Hey, here we go, Prime Pressure Point. Now, with recent changes, we're kind of using Condition Overload instead of Prime Pressure Point, but I would still like to have this one in my arsenal just to make sure. Prime Animal Instinct is totally optional, but it is quite useful. Priority number 2 on this one, Prime Point Blank, my friends, 165% damage to shotguns. This is 100% a must-have. Prio 1 on this one, 300 Dukes. Prime Fast Hands. Well, again, optional. Not as optional as this one. I mean, if you don't have the Ducats, I would go Prime Point Blank, Prime Pressure Point, Prime Animal Instinct, and Prime Fast Hands. Nothing against Prime Fast Hands, but the thing is, it's a little bit on the niche side. Then when it comes to the weapons, my friends, we got the Prisma Grakata. Everybody loves the Grakata. I love the Grakata. You love the Grakata. Link in the cards right now for a full tutorial / demonstration on this glorious weapon. It's definitely worth picking up. 25% base crit, 2.5x multi, 21% status chance. Unfortunately, the only real issue with the weapon, outside of the fact that it's an ammo guzzler, it's impact based. So, minus impact driven, anyone? And the rest will be cosmetics, which are subjective and entirely up to you, but we also have a fantastic melee weapon in the form of the Prisma Dual Cleavers. Now, I'll be honest with you guys, I haven't personally tested these, but everybody that I talked about these weapons say they're absolutely freaking glorious, so I cannot not recommend them. 490 Dukes. What else we got? Oh, a couple of beacons as well for the Stalker, the Zanuka, and the Goostrug Free. Now here's the thing, these are only for people who are impatient. If you can't wait to get whatever item you still need from either of these three, then you can go for the beacons. From my point of view, they're not really worth it. And of course, if you don't have Inaros, pick up the Sands of Inaros Blueprint. And that's pretty much it. Not a bad lineup, but again, what about that mod? What about that new weapon? What about? Let's hop on over to console. And you guys get the free day credit booster and a couple of ornaments as well, or decorations, whatever you want to call them. The same Solstice stuff. I think there's some kind of like Solstice event going on. But more importantly, Prime Reach, my friends, is 100% a must-have. Just like Prime Continuity, Prime Cryo Rounds, Prime Heated Charge, Prime Fever Strike, Prime Quick Draw you can pass. Again, Prime Quick Draw is an optional, a Prio 2, but all of these 5 mods, all of these 5 Prime mods, you gotta get at least 1 copy in your arsenal. You got Toxin damage for melee, you got heat damage for secondary weapons, cold damage for primary weapons, ability duration for your Warframe, and of course range for your melee weapons. You gotta have at least 1 copy of each. And if you don't have the Ducats, you can just simply skip Prime Quick Draw. So happy farming, my friends. We got some skins, including the Dread Day of the Dead skin? Are we sure this is right? It's supposed to be right. Anyway, Prisma Gorgon, one of my favorite assault rifles in the game. Link in the cards right now for a full tutorial on this one. I absolutely love this weapon. It's definitely worth having. Prio 1 on this one. Now, the Prisma Skana, after the changes, is definitely not as bad as before, and neither is the Prova Vandal. Whereas before I would call the Prisma Skana and the Prova Vandal mastery fodder, now I would retract that, so bear that one in mind. Still not a Prio 1, treated like a Prio 2. So if you don't have the Ducats, go for Prisma Gorgon over these. They're not the best melee weapons in the game, so there's that. And of course, a whole lot of cosmetics, which are entirely subjective and up to you. And of course, if you don't have Inaros, pick up the Sands of Inaros Blueprint, which will eventually get you the Inaros Warframe. And I gotta say, my friends, for a new player coming into Warframe that doesn't have all those fantastic mods, that is not a bad lineup. But for a guy like me, and a guy like who's more a veteran or who's already got all of the Prime mods, we're looking for something new. It doesn't need to be super flashy or fantastic, but perhaps just a wee bit more than decorations, a mod, maybe a weapon, pretty please, As always, my name has been Lazer. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, favorite, share, and subscribe if you enjoy the content. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Oh, and if you got any feedback, please leave it in the comment section down below. Bye-bye!